Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer. Hey SB, you might be asking, why is everybody so passive? Why isn't anyone attacking you, even though you've left your homeland open to assault for dozens of turns? I'll tell you why, because they knew that soon we would have sick forest dragons, and they didn't want to be on my bad side when that moment came. I'm very excited if you can't tell. Alright, so Magritta... Oh yeah, we should rebuild the port. That's a good idea. We are one turn off of having this army pretty much back together, at which point we probably need to start in on these dudes before they completely fill their stacks. Unfortunately, our assassin's not going to be able to get anything done on this army for a while due to him having just put them on guard with his incompetence. And our neighbors are running agents into our territory and harassing us. Oh yeah, we did it. That's true, we did. Durthu and his kin delve deeper into the forest, led by a growing sense of darkness and half-heard screams. As he continues exploring, the light filtering desperately through the canopy far above him, the screams and sounds of battle grow ever louder. As he marches further on, the restricting miasma of corruption and dread seeps into every pore of the forest, seeming almost to exude from the trees themselves. With increasing haste, Durthu pushes on, all the way to Val's Anvil. Move any character to this region, eh? I'm allowed to hire another hero, aren't I? I think I'm under my cap on Waystalkers. Yeah, let's get another Waystalker. Is there one that has plus hero action chance? There is not. This one runs fast. That might be... enemy leadership down is also pretty good. Let's take that.
All hail, Colonels.
Okay, we'll have this guy do that thing. And also he can kill this agent of my neighbor if things get out of hand. So what do we want to do with this slot? We no longer need growth. We could unlock another position at the table. What else do we have access to? Right, we can make better elf units, but that doesn't sound that exciting. We can get another military building. The ability to hire... Well, the best elves on horseback, unfortunately, will require amber. So I don't really care about that one. This, though, flying missile cavalry and stuff, this is probably worth having. So we'll get Warhawk Crags and then a Dragon Lair in this slot, is that right? Let's have a quick look at the table here. Improves the economy within its region. Maybe we want to make Threllock. Minus 5% recruitment cost for all armies is not very good, but the seat that this opens at the table is probably actually worthwhile. Okay. New guy, get ready for murder.
Guardian of the Deepwood.
Chance of blocking them is not terrible.
Hunting.
Alright, let's get into a position where we can attack them. I don't think... It does seem like they would maybe not want to hang out in Wood Elf land, because the fact that our income in these regions is so low means that raiding income is very low. It doesn't really benefit them to be here. We do still need to take Castle Carcassonne. That's a thing that's going to happen probably pretty soon. Our money is getting a little bit better. And it will continue to get better as we build more ports and stuff. Yeah. Alright. We should probably start filling that second army soon, and then we can have them come down from the south and have Durthu come up, or come down from the north. Have Durthu come up from the south at the same time. We'll sandwich Castle Carcassonne, and then that means that there's nobody to our south to threaten us, really. I guess Tilia could get up in arms and come across the channel to attack... What's it called? Tobaro. We do have a lot of extra approval from these guys, though. Thanks to that tech we paid for. So we might be able to prevent that from happening. Alright. This will be an easy win. Yeah, their force strength, their faction strength was higher than ours, but that doesn't matter if their armies aren't in the same place. Should I go back to Bilbali, or... Yeah, let's push on after these guys as fast as we can. I want to get this situation solved, so that we can get back to the south and do the thing.
I go.
Okay, I'm not going to harass them yet. I'm going to wait until our army is closer. I don't want to put him on guard. So we'll just have him go into looting mode so that he can be generating a little bit of XP.
Ever vigilant.
Oh, that's not even my guy.
Waiting.
Their elf is named the same thing as my branch wraith. That's strange.
Ever vigilant.
Here we go. This is the guy.
Deep wood stirs.
Eventually, Durthu and his retinue burst into a copse to find a battle fully joined. The Glade scouts of Athaloran pitch themselves desperately against hordes of undead, who rive and shift at them in seemingly endless waves. Though Durthu has no love for any but those embodied by the forest spirits, he knows the undead are the greatest scourge and must be purged immediately. So we'll get an amber for winning this battle. And it doesn't look too bad. Mortis engines can be a little scary. There are some blood knights, but a lot of these units are not that impressive. I think we should be able to do this. What am I going to have you do? I guess we'll have this guy run down and try to help contribute in the attack on the castle. So do I want to start pulling... No, let's wait. Let's not recruit anything into this army until this is finished and we can see the exact details of the seat on the council that opens. Because it may turn out that we won't have enough money to run them. We'll need to send, probably to maintain a second stack, no matter what. We'll have to send them into foreign lands and have them raiding. I will not sign a non-aggression pact. She's very smart. She knows what's happening, but there's nothing she can do to stop it. Except, you know, anything, I guess. She could try anything. Man, maybe Durthu's going to have to spend a little bit more time to the south. I don't love not finishing off these beastmen, but what if those guys come to Magritta? We need the amber that's coming out of there right now. Man. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to normal move to the end of our movement here. And then let's grab this guy, move him out here,
Ransacking.
have him do that
The
thing.
forest is whispering. Tracking.
Dularic needs to start moving down here so he can mess with the Tillians. And then we'll do a teleport to the quest battle. Sword of Daith 1. Interesting. There's another battle maybe coming in the quest. Yeah, we're not getting the sword as a reward here. Well, that's cool. There'll probably be another point of amber available. Okay. I think we can do this. Yeah, let's try it. So this will be the first time we're actually seeing our units in combat. I know I auto-resolve a little bit more than some people would like, but the fact is, I'm not great at the combat. And I like the empire building parts a lot more than I like the individual battle command parts. I like the strategic level more than the tactical level. So as you're about to see, sometimes in combat I lose dudes unnecessarily for no reason, just badness. All right, so he's got some black knights and some blood knights. Blood knights are, I think, the best. They're either the best cavalry unit in the game or they're like tied for the best. So I'm really worried about these guys. The Blood Knights are cavalry, and they're not bad cavalry, but they're also not incredible. We don't really have a lot of anti-cavalry tools. We do have a couple of spear units, and I think Some of our tree guys have charge defense against large. They're just too large to be affected by cavalry charges. And then, of course, we got Durthu himself, who I'm assuming is a total monster in combat. And apart from their cavalry, I'm honestly not that worried. Graveguard are pretty strong, but we have a lot of... we have a lot of guys. We just have a lot of guys. We have some poison that we can put into their backs. We actually have a lot of ranged units, so we can probably take advantage of the fact that most of the undead units are very slow moving. And also we have allies. We have elves that we can help here, and hopefully who will help us back. Boy, it takes him a long time to speak these lines. Yes, that's a mortis engine down there. They're dangerous. Sorry, the mortis engine itself is not dangerous. What's dangerous is that it empowers other undead units. So this is one where we're not going to be able to sit back. We have to get in there and save those people. So we probably want to just have everybody pushed way up, right? You guys are melee cavalry. We probably don't want the melee cavalry to get involved very quickly. Right, not until the rest of our forces are nearby. We might be able to catch some of the undead pressed up against our allies and do a little hammer and anvil action. But yeah, I think for the most part this is just let's run forward. Now I think we move faster when we're close to trees or something, so let's line up this way. That might be a real thing. Hold on, where's the unit cards? Over here. No, it's Forest Stalker. Guys with Forest Stalker are faster in the trees, so not actually our tree kin. Yeah, I'm just going to put us all like way up front, and we'll figure it out from there. Alright. Strigoi Ghoul Kings. Look out, man. Alright, you guys push forward and go hide in those trees. And the rest of us just kind of walk. I managed to turn the camera. Yeah, like I think we just all move forward. We're not currently in run mode, because I don't really want to get there tired if we don't have to, but maybe we do have to, because it kind of looks like our allies are pushing toward the undead instead of fleeing. Yeah, let's maybe step it up. That's all the step it up you've got? Well, you know, he's not really that worried about elf safety, I think, so that might be what we're seeing here. Alright, are we going to be able to hide here? We are hidden now. I don't know if they probably had vision on us there to see us approach. They're not in any kind of hurry, though, it looks like. Alright, so the Mortis Engine projects an aura that regenerates friendly units nearby. In addition, it causes terror, and it's just bad news. Okay, how close are we? We're starting to get close. Alright. let's take our archers over to here. I want to get into the trees to some degree. The unit can move while hidden in any terrain, firing in any direction while running. Wow. That might be pretty good if we can keep the archers, or if we can keep the cavalry off of them. All right, we've got our cavalry in place to hit from behind. So I'm going to have one of our spear units go around this way and one of them go around this way to protect the archers. And then most of the treekin and stuff are over here, right? Yeah, so just head over here. Dorthu is coming this way. Okay. Wizards. Wizards can help. Where is... yeah, this. The crows. Strong versus 120-man unit or above. Well, I don't think we have the option of a lot of those at the moment. We can definitely start in on these guys. How far do you have to move? Oh, wow. You have to get really close to them to do that. How about Wiston's Wild Form? Okay, it looks like we'd have to move quite a bit to cast on any of our friendly units over there. What about the Amber Spear? Okay, that's less bad. I'm going to have this wizard ride forward a little bit. And have the other one fall back to this side. Let's see if we can get a good spear off. She might be in trouble here. The dogs are coming pretty fast, but the dogs are also really terrible fighters. Like, you almost can't overstate the amount of bad that dogs are. Are you going to throw that spear or what's going on? She is not. Okay. Something got screwed up there. Well, Dorthu. Strong versus a unit, good from a high angle, weak versus a single combatant. Strikes anything in its path, so you really don't want to do it on in a place where it will hit your friendlies. I'm really not worried about these dogs. Let's drop a crow on them. Actually, I really would like Dorthu to handle the riders, but it looks like he's going to get caught by those dogs. But if he gets caught by the dogs, that at least gives you the chance to get the hell out of there. Alright, the Mortis engine has engaged from an angle that leaves it pretty exposed. Alright, I'm actually going to have the Treekin move up this way. Okay. So we should be able to, the Winterheart guards should be able to get some good damage in here. Yeah, his men are trying to disengage. The dogs are getting completely shredded because that's what they do, because they're the worst units. The dogs are, I think, they might literally be the worst fighting units in the game. They're definitely better than, like, Bretonnian peasants and stuff, in the sense that they can actually get where they're going and harass an archer or something, but... Alright, let's start casting some life spells. Some of my units are engaged now, so we have to be ready. So you guys are melee experts, particularly anti-large. So we could have them engage with the Graveguard. Graveguard are a little bit scary. You guys are weak against armor. That's pretty bad. Graveguard are heavily armored. Yeah, alright. I'm going to put my Ezrai spears in front of these Graveguard. Try to save my allies' archers. Let's see if it works. And for now, let's plan these attacks. We'll see how things actually work out. Just make sure everybody's moving in a sensible way as we continue to refine our understanding of the situation. Actually, yeah, it's okay for you to go over there. The Treekin should head this way, and... Okay, we're doing a good job firing on the backside of this Mortis engine. I think we probably don't have to babysit Durthu too much. And a thing that is important to know about undead units, you can see it happening to these dogs here, is that they never flee. Sorry, many of them never flee. Some of the better ones can actually have real morale. But when their morale starts to get really poor, what happens is the magic binding them together actually stops working, and they start to literally fall apart. So you can see the little red swirlies that were on those dogs indicate that the unit is so low in morale that it's actually taking damage. Okay, we're getting some decent fire in on the Mortis engine. It is ethereal, unfortunately. I was trying to just demoralize it by shooting it in the back, but it's not really working. Alright, you guys form a wall. Let's try to prevent the riders from getting in a flank on our enemy or on our allied archers. I wonder if she can get a decent amber spear off over here. Ah, that hill is really awkward. Never mind, come back. If all we can do with our Treekin is prevent the enemy from engaging, that's good enough for me. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just really tough with these, have him hit. I'm gonna have him come in. Hey, over here. Have him come in from behind. It's really tough with these ethereal units. We just don't have a lot of non-physical damage. Okay, so you guys are engaged on the zombies. That's fine. They should crush some zombies. I think we're going to be doing all right here. So we should reevaluate. Yeah, look at how rapidly they've lost health. They're almost completely falling apart. We won't need our units to be devoted over here anymore. So let's get Durthu and these other guys moving. And our cavalry. These guys will just fall apart without our help. Let's try to drop another awakening. Some Earthblood. Looks like we could use a little bit of healing. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but they're getting totally wrecked. Let's drop also... You know what? We could probably use some buffs. Can I turn this into an AoE by overcasting it? I can. There we go. That's what you want. 22% physical resistance on all of those units, provided that the overcast doesn't fail and cause me to explode. Alright, I think we're doing a good job of holding these guys off, though. They're loath to charge into units that are this size because they have charged defense against large. I think it's really working out in our favor. Their lord is dueling a vampire. That's a bad idea. Vampires are tough. So these are all just skeletons. What's scary? Okay. I'm going to try to get my cav over here and have them rush in on the... have him rush in on the Graveguard. So let's select the cav and try to get the angle here. Alright, that should do some decent morale damage. Yeah, wow, good job, guys. Good charge. Got a lot of archers raining death into this huge mob of terrible guys here, which is maybe not the highest priority, but it's hard to fire into melee, right? This over here, we're probably damaging these Eternal Guard, but it's just the Eternal Guard that we're damaging. We're not hitting a ton of my own units. And yeah, that's a little bit heartless. I heard it as soon as I said it. Okay, can you shoot some crows maybe? Just, give him a good crow shot. And the Life Wizard could drop another Earthblood over here, probably. Wonder if I can... Let's try to tag that unit of Eternal Guard with it. I'm probably too late to save them. It looks like the Mortis Engine's just about dead. Alright, well they're binding us up. That means that they think it's time to move in with the rest of the cavalry. So let's make sure that makes them feel stupid. Okay, I need you guys to disengage because you're gonna have to hit Leopold von Drack in the back here. This is a bad thing. Leopold von Drack engaging is vampires are terrifying in single combat. Let's see if I can stomp Durthu back over this way. Let's try to remove some of these. Actually, now that these Black Knights are wheeling back around sort of into the front, let's shoot at the Black Knights. Let's try to remove the more dangerous enemies. All right, Katra's doing good work. We're all doing good work. Everybody's doing a fine job. Come on, Durthu. Go, buddy, go. This dude in the back. Yep, dire wolves are completely irrelevant. We're waiting on some magic here. The allies' lord has fallen. How's the enemy's lord doing? Well, we have a potion of healing if we should need it, but their dude is just getting completely flattened by Durthu. In fact, he's so covered in forest spirits I actually can't even see where he is in there. The Mortis Engine fell over on top of him. Yep, so their knights are retreating. Ranged attacks do a lot of physical damage, of course, but they also do a lot of morale damage. Let's have these tree men fall in on these guys who are trying to charge in and save their lord, just to make sure that doesn't happen. Our wizard is totally wrecking these hounds. Look at her go. Wow, that's cool. That's a cool looking thing to do. I think I'm going to wait until we have enough for Earthblood. 6 is enough. We'll just drop an Earthblood in the middle of our guys right here. A little bit of healing for everybody. Unfortunately, their guys keep charging in and out of combat, and it's making it hard for me to stay in on them.
Armed and ready. For Isha.
Armed and ready.
Okay. Holding those knights still is going to let our archers just completely tear them up.
Wild riders.
The Wild Riders actually probably have to fall back.
Hurry.
Yeah, see if you can finish him off. Okay, those guys finished off their enemies. Oh, there's more. Well, we're actually doing alright. That seems like a lot of guys, though. Corpse carts and... ugh. Alright. One problem at a time. Let's finish cleaning up over here. So what do we have exactly coming in? It looks like it's mostly pretty bad units. Yeah, corpse carts are like really low-tech mortis engines. I'm not too concerned about them. What we should do is have our range units fall back and set up in this forest as quickly as possible. Does everybody still have a lot of ammo? Yeah, little sort of yellowish, kind of dark mustard colored bar at the bottom is ammo. Okay. Alright, and we have successfully broken the binding of all of the other enemy units. So let's just grab basically everybody, pull them up over here, and we'll figure out what to do with them after that. I don't know if our allies are necessarily going to be 100% with us on this, but I don't think they have to be. We should be pretty set. Okay, so these tree dudes are pretty great. It seems like the Forest Spirit Army is basically just a monstrous infantry army. Alright, because remember we get bonus aim while we're in forests. I want to set us up in the trees here. Maybe like this a little bit more. So I also don't want trees to be blocking our movement too much. We have unfortunately burned the reserve power pretty badly, so there's not going to be a lot of magic on these guys. Alright. We're going to wait for them to get in shooting range, and then I'm going to drop this area slow and hopefully give our archers a lot of time to get the work done, because frankly, I don't know that I have what it takes to engage with a ton of undead for a ton of time. Alright, here comes the poison. Poison slows. One of the many statistic reductions that it does is a pretty powerful slow. So they'll be even slower approaching. Yeah, we might be able to break the binding on this unit before they even get to us. Yep, broken. Alright. Re-aim. So we need elven soldiers wherever we have elven soldiers up front to catch these guys, because the skeleton spearmen will do bonus damage to our trees, I think. Our trees count as... well, not these guys, probably. But the treekin probably count as large. So who else is relatively healthy? Actually, we are almost out of dryads. Almost all of our dryads died. We still have Katra. Katra almost certainly counts as large. Durthu counts as large, and he's functionally invulnerable, so he should lead the charge. Let's have him shoot his Lamentation of Despair, because that seems to be a lot of fun. Alright, we've got some support coming in from our allies here. Jesus, look at the number of arrows headed into those skeletons. Durthu, engage, brother. You gotta get in there. Alright, so we want the treekin in on the spearmen, but we want the treekin to go in last. Hit the spears from the back, so they're not dealing damage to the treekin, they're mostly distracted.
Armed and ready. Go!
Oh, run out of ammo. Alright, nothing breaks the morale of a unit, undead or otherwise, quite like being flanked.
Wild riders. Now!
Yeah, pretty much all of these undead units are falling apart.
Blast them!
We have no magic. Alright. Katra, you're at least a tree. Get in here and throw some punches. Alright, back off. That was a good charge. You did some decent morale damage. Go somewhere and be safe.
Ready your weapons!
Turn to melee mode. Swarm him.
With haste!
I'm going to turn Durthu around and have him go after the last corpse cart, but I think this is over. I think we did it. We have enough ranged units that it's really hard for undead armies to fight us. Come on, Durthu. I believe in you.
Protectors of the forest.
His wild riders have 35 health left. So yeah, you can only regenerate so much. That's the bar on his health represents. Even if we got infinite regeneration, this is where it would stop refilling. Okay. The enemy has cost us dearly. We did lose a lot of guys there. But we only lost a couple of units. So most of our losses will replenish, and replenish fairly quickly. Because we are Durthu, and we have lots of replenishment. And also, we got an amber out of it, so it almost doesn't matter what the cost is. As long as we get amber, I'm happy. Alright, let's not be seen ransoming vampires. Alright. With Durthu's help, the Glade Guard scouts emerge victorious. The battlefield is littered with scattered limbs and undead detritus. Though afeard of the lumbering, vengeful ancient of the forest, the guard nevertheless tell him that this force was but a fraction of a larger and more dangerous undead horde that lurks not far from here. They advise caution and to wait for further elven reinforcements, but Durthu knows better than these Azrai. Yet they cannot be wholly blamed for their ignorance. Their lives are so fleeting compared to his. He has observed this 1,000 times before, and undoubtedly will 1,000 more. No, there will be no waiting. He will move now, and strike this threat at the source. The necromancer behind this will die, and his stumbling thralls will collapse like abandoned marionettes. So we have to move a spellsinger into Arguelon. That's a little unfortunate. I don't think I have... No, I don't have any more cap for those guys. Are we able to increase the number I can have? No. Each canopy of Hish only allows the same number of spell singers. So, we'll just have to pull one out of Durthu's army and have it run over there. I'm a little concerned now, though. I maybe have exposed a very weakened army. Why don't we grab a couple of regiments of renown? Refill nice and quick here. Yeah, and I guess we'll pull you.
Bless my steps.
Run back to Arguelon as fast as we can go. Okay, you're doing the thing you need to do. You definitely have to just stay there. Yeah, okay. Both of these guys are thoroughly engaged. But I'm happy. Things seem to be going pretty well for us. We're up to four amber now, so the next time we take a city or a quest battle, we'll be able to upgrade the oak again. I don't know exactly how long it's going to take us to get where we're going. Once we start to make some progress diplomatically with our neighbors, it might get easier. Because if we can get some alliances, we can get a little bit of amber from that. Alright, destroy that bunch of beastmen to get 12 leadership for all of our armies for 4 turns. It's a big bonus, but pretty fleeting. Oh, I think he got run off by the Carcassonne army. Well, I know that they don't like us being over here, but I think they're probably going to be pretty okay with that maneuver. Firebark Elders. Ooh. Okay, faction down. Getting pretty close on this. And now we gotta get back out of here. You have to make it to Arguelon.
All hail colonels. Going
Both of the Waystalkers have to make it over here. Tillia declared war on us, but they're not actually crossing the sea. You know, we've been seeing a lot of that lately. A lot of people declaring war on us and then not actually doing anything. So what's up with these guys? They do fire damage. So let's compare this to a normal... Okay, so they have slightly more melee attack and defense, and they deal fire damage, and that's it? Well, I mean, that's cool. Fire damage, anything that regenerates takes bonus damage from fire. And I think hitting regenerators with fire may temporarily disable the regeneration. I'm not 100% sure on that. So fire damage does have its uses. Alright. Let's just get back to the south and see if we can't convince Tilia to maybe ignore us for a while. Because I'm pretty busy, actually. It's kind of looking like they're not actually going to give me any trouble, though, huh? They are mustering that second army. Yeah, we should probably get down here. We are making a lot of money off of post-battle loot.
Guardian of the Deepwood, treading silently.
Alright, so what we probably want to do is finish letting this army put itself back together, refill it to 20, and then we'll move to Tobaro and we'll see if Tilia actually wants to start stuff. And if not, we can just use the amber from Tobaro to upgrade the oak. Okay, we're at positive with these guys. Yes, okay. Once you get a couple of treaties going, the positive diplomatic bonus from the treaties starts you on a nice positive reinforcement cycle. Yes, alright. Let's get some buddies, let's get some trade going.
Deepwood protects its sons and daughters.
Alright. Sounds like these guys need a little bit of a massage. Because we're starting to get a lot of positive value out of having slain a bunch of beastmen recently. That combined with the gifts should allow us to secure some positive reputation, which will allow us to never have to worry about our home again, although I already wasn't. But also we'll be getting some trade income, which is valuable. Okay, is there anything else that needs doing?
The forest is whispering.
Dare talk.
Treading silently.
Okay, we just finished this, so 10% income from all buildings in the local region is actually pretty significant. What's the tax value is, so that would be 100 extra money per turn, but we'd have to pay way more than that for another lord, I guess. This guy's currently not really benefiting us as much as he used to be. We've gotten a lot of our research done. Maybe the thing to do is to just make him the Ancient of Threllock. Okay, the other thing we want to do is we want to be able to make tree men. I want to be able to hire dragons. Let's get the dragon building going. Hell yes. Oh wait, this too. It's an extra 200, that's very expensive, but it's an extra 200 money per turn, is probably worth doing. And yeah, I am going to make him the Ancient of Threllock instead. A little bit extra money. It is tough to secure extra income with these guys. Okay, do less than Akka, you just need to stay right there. Carcassonne is very, very slowly climbing back up. Once we take Castle Carcassonne, it'll be really easy to maintain that. Okay. Man, there should be more names for elven agents, because we have 2 Delurics, and we've already seen 2 Akkas. So are we in any danger? I wonder if we can just ask Tilia to not be declared on us. I wonder if that would work. Alright, and we now have plus 20% replenishment rate on all of our guys. That's incredible. Alright. I'm very pleased with how things are going so far. Oh, you know what? We could disband our Way Watchers and get an Amber back. and upgrade the oak with that. Because I don't necessarily need these guys. I'm going to do that. I don't actually think you're necessary. You were more helpful before I could recruit my own good ranged units. So that'll give us 5% less upkeep on all of our units. That'll help. We'll get a big infusion of cash from our chapter objective. Let's see. Okay, we have one more settlement. That'll be another 1,000. We recruited a branch wraith. We completed a quest chain. I probably won't bother with Rockbriar Walls. We defeat 3 armies or garrisons from the Greenskin tribes. That's not happening. But okay, so we'll get like 7,000 gold probably when that finishes. That'll be very helpful. So let's just move to here. Let the replenishment finish.
Guarding. Stalking. Defender of Athel Lauren.
Okay. Rapidly improving.
You may speak your honeyed words, but I will see the lie concealed within.
It would be very helpful to me if we could confederate these dudes. Although, we'll only get 2 amber from occupying the settlement. But 5, or like 4 or 5 amber slots will be taken up by that building. Maybe it's not a good idea to confederate. Maybe we should just take a military alliance, get the 1 amber that we get from that, and let Orion be his own guy. Yeah, probably. Okay, I think that's probably the plan.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, you just need to make it back to
Finding the
Argolon,
way.
which you will do next turn. Okay. 2 turns until dragon. I don't know what it is. I always fixate. I always see one high tier unit and be like, oh man, that sounds awesome. Last time it was the steam tanks. Although, in my defense, the steam tanks did turn out to be incredibly powerful. How could you not want a forest dragon, right? Oh, I have to deploy you. This is the right region. Yeah, Argolon. Yeah, that's the name of my faction. That's right. Okay, so they are working on a 3rd stack.
Ever vigilant.
Not likely. I will not obey.
Alright, they're running a lot of heroes.
Defender of Athel Lauren.
So we can work on that. We can start pulling their heroes out.
We will slay them.
We don't necessarily have to defeat them. We just have to get them to not want to fight us anymore. So we definitely want to just keep moving up the blue line with him. But none of these seem particularly good. Sometimes he'll be in a region that has our stuff in it, and that could be valuable then.
Waiting. Silently.
Okay, these guys are pretty much full. Let's... Interesting. Okay, this will actually give us the sword. Durthu had suspected the hand of the necromancer Heinrich Kemmler, but instead his nefarious student was behind the undead horde. But instead his nefarious student was behind the... Yeah, I had suspected that it was Kemmler, but instead it was his student. The damp and pallid hallmarks of Kemmler are all over his protege's work, as he advances on the forest with his desiccated horde in tow. The forest must be protected, and Durthu will give no quarter in its defense. Let these dark and twisted fiends feel the full wrath of the Deepwood, with the wrathful ancient as its instrument of war. So we'll get another amber, we'll get our cool quest sword. This is not a very large army, but the units in it are pretty strong, and of course there will be tons more. We obviously will not be doing that until we have, first of all, a full crew, and secondly, I'm going to wait for our dragon. We'll get our dragon, and then we'll do the quest battle. So we're 1 turn off of the lair. We're probably going to have to make some money before we can do it. Actually, I wasn't really thinking about it, but there's no way we can afford to rebuild tomorrow. Yeah, 3,600? Oh, but it'll all be fine once we finish the oak. 5 turns. I guess we're just gonna sit for a while. Just have a nice sit.
Watching. The forest is whispering.
Yeah, that's a bummer. It's rough not having any income, man. I don't know how we would manage to actually field a second stack. So it would be cool if we could take out Tilia. Tilia is unfortunately looking very strong. But 2 more ports and 3 more amber would be very welcome. Alright, I will not be raising an army probably. Almost certainly.
Guardian of the deep wood.
Let's see where they're going. I want to negotiate with them.
Greetings. We may not be the Empire.
Ah. If we could get trade going overseas, I think we can trade with these guys. We should be able to, right? No. Oh, right. We don't have the tech for non-human or non-elf trading, do we? Was that a tech or was that... That might have been a seat on the council, actually. Yeah. Okay, well, one thing at a time, I guess.
This is Athelloren, home of the Oak of...
Alright, these guys are coming around. Okay, good. Friends with all of the elves. Yeah, unfortunately, we pretty much just have to sit back and wait. Okay. Carcassonne and Bordelot have declared war again. That's fine. It's not a big deal. I wonder if they'll actually attack this time.
No.
Guardian of the deep wood.
Yeah, I guess we just keep harassing them. This is a good source of XP.
They will die. Never. All hail Colonel.
And when you fail an assassination attempt, it only puts the guy who you failed against on guard.
They will die. I refuse.
We'll make enough money off of the oak finishing that we won't have to worry about the amount of money we're spending on assassinations will not be a problem.
FUS speaks to me.
Yeah, we probably ought to start running you back home, or back to the army from whence you came. Well, Bordelot is at least sending agents over our border this time. Okay, it would be really cool if we could get Tilia to just back down on
You
this
come
war.
bearing arms. Is it war?
Man.
You come.
Yeah, we're gonna have to break down their military strength a little bit to get them to give up, I think. It's unfortunate. Alright, so where are we at on the oak? 2 turns? So this is the turn where we start recruiting stuff for Durthu. Let's get some more dryads, I think. Dryads fill out the army nicely and are fast enough to really get some work done. And then the last slot in his army is hers. Let's see if we can get her down here fast enough to matter. I should have started running her earlier. I totally forgot she was up here. Yeah, good. We're getting a lot of a growing trust between ourselves and our elven brothers. Can we
For now.
get military access? A defensive alliance? Alright, we're getting close. We're getting close. We will get these things soon.
Protector of the forest.
I'm going to lay off on the assassinations and stuff for a moment here. Let's get our money back up. Yeah, he's scouting us. Bordello's vision of our empire is actually probably very, very limited right now. Oh, wait, what was that? Assassinate this guy to get a pretty okay sword. Alright, let's try it. Oh, critical failure. So now our guy is wounded for 5 turns. Man, the odds of that were pretty low.
The forest calls.
That's fine. It's not a big deal. We will persevere. Alright, so here we get the Oak of Ages. We get a ton of money. We're actually only going to get 6,000 because my estimation that we were going to get 7,000 was based on the idea that we would have 10 settlements because I didn't think about the fact that I didn't have the money to resettle tomorrow.
Your conquests
Yeah,
strike
6,000.
fear into the hearts of your enemies, mighty lord. The wisest amongst them will...
So we just got to keep building up that oak. Alright, let's get this, and then we're actually done with tech that doesn't cost amber. And all the amber techs seem to be 1 turn anyway, so it doesn't even really matter if we maintain our research rate. So we might want to rebalance some things once we're done with this one. I'm really worried that I'm going to come over here and settle tomorrow, and they're just going to dump 2 massive armies on top of us. Not so worried that I'm not going to do it, obviously. Just, you know, concerned.
All hail, Kernos.
Man.
Protector of the forest. I will end it.
Okay. It was likely that he would fail that, but if he had succeeded, that army would have lost 8 levels of leadership. That could have been meaningful. Alright, so... Oh, we... Dragon. I forgot to dragon. Well, let's hit to borrow and we'll see what's what. And we actually have pretty okay income now. Well, pretty okay. We have income that is not horrifically bad anymore. So we probably will be able to, even if the dragon's very expensive, we'll be able to settle to borrow and then get the dragon. I'm a little concerned. That this might be the moment they start moving. We've attained complete control of this province, which is not actually meaningful because we don't have commandments. Let's do this. Dirthu's going to have all of his dudes back on their feet in 2 turns because of all of our many, many replenishment buffs.
The forest is whispering.
Well,
Of the deep wood.
that's not very good. Okay, and a forest dragon requires 4 turns to get back. We're going to have to drop a unit from the army when the mage gets here.
What would you have of me?
Let's combine 2 of the archer units, 2 of the normal archers. That'll be how we get the slot. And combining them now allows us to save a little bit on upkeep.
Welcome to the halls of Athel Lauren.
Ooh. They would just jump right into a confederation with us. But I think it would probably be bad, right? So we'd get 2 amber from owning this settlement, plus an amber from the Confederation, but we lose a bunch of amber in terms of supplying their Great Hall, because their Great Hall requires 4, right?
You may speak your honeyed words, but I
Wow.
will see the lie concealed within.
They'll just... So wait, will all of the Wood Elf factions just auto-confederate with us now that we have that thing? Yeah, even if they don't... Huh. Well... We can lower the level of the main settlement, right? To get more amber? Is that a thing? Actually, that's not a thing I can do. I can deconstruct other stuff, but yeah. A main settlement takes 4 amber. We could have so much more income, though. And then we'd be able to have multiple armies. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to lose amber doing this. But we can figure it out. I think. Alright.
You may speak your honeyed words, but I will see the lie concealed within.
So we'll gain it. We'll gain an amber. We'll gain 2 amber for owning his territory. And so we'll lose 1 amber, which we have. I don't want to go negative, but I think we can afford to do this. Alright. And there is the normal Confederation penalty for the moment. Yeah, public order -8. Uh-oh. For 10 turns? 5 turns. Yeah, we'll be alright. We'll be alright. We don't want to do that too frequently, though.
Lord of the forest,
So we want to disband any units
God King of the
in his armies that are costing us
Yes.
amber. Where's the extra amber consumption coming from? So let's see. We don't need this. We won't need this once we have the...
King in the woods.
I'm going to have Orion... We should try to get military access. I want to have Orion go and dump his armies off into the tree guy and then disband him. Because he's costing us money. You guys give me military? Nope.
I thirst for the hunt. You have
Alright,
my
well.
spear.
We just gotta move as fast as possible. What am I running on an amber deficit from? None of these buildings are consuming amber except for the one that says it is. Oh, you know what? I was like, man, why shouldn't I be producing a lot more money? But we don't have grapevines in adjacent provinces. I left the adjacent province. Yeah, I should have probably confederated with somebody else. Shoot. Well, we'll figure it out. So we don't need this Temple of Kurnus either. We have our own. I don't mind having an Eyrie. This isn't actually helping us, but it will help us eventually. I'm probably going to leave it in place. The Usrai Armory is fine. We could remove the Waterfall Palace's tribal stones, because now we have better ones. Yeah, okay. We'll be alright on money. Okay, we're rebuilding quickly. This is the turn, though, where Tilia is going to make their move if they are going to make a move. If they don't go now, then I'm confident that they probably won't go at all. Which is fine, but it's annoying in that I would really like to not have to worry about this. So here comes their turn. What do they do? Yep, here they go. Although it kind of looks like he's headed for the capital. Stalin has been invited by our enemies Bordelot to fight against us. Well, that's annoying. I really don't want to be at war in the south anymore. I just don't have time for this nonsense. Let's rebuild the port. That's going to be a significant amount of extra money.
Forest is wistful.
I live to serve Ariel.
Okay, let's start by passing all of your armies over. All of your units. Then I'm going to... Oh, I can't disband him because he's a legendary lord. Oh, I am allowed to put elves in my offices. Do these have a level requirement? Does it say why I can't do this? Maybe I'm not allowed to put elves in the offices, but... Oh, I'm not allowed to do this because I didn't even build these buildings. Yeah, never mind. Okay, well...
Master of the wild.
Go get your army back. Alright, well, Orion's job is now to go and defend us against the Bretonnians. So we're losing money, but we're not losing money very fast. It looks to me like these guys are headed for Magritta, which is probably not that big of a deal. We've got some damn beast men to deal with. Alright, well, that dragon cannot land here fast enough. Alright, I think that is going to have to be it for the moment. Can I just disband this guy? Because he'll still be able to be in the office, right? Yeah, he still holds his office, and he still gives us the benefit of that. But only within his local region. Shoot, I shouldn't have done that. Well, whatever, man. I'm assuming it'll be a few turns before I can hire him again. 5, yeah. Honestly, I'm not sure that we lost money on that because of the fact that it's so expensive to maintain an army. Extra armies in our force. Let's pop over to the end of the turn here. Yeah, you're fine. Let's end turn. Let all the values update here and see exactly what our financial situation is. Disbanding that guy may actually still have saved us money due to the cost of just having a third army loaded. And yeah, the Bretonnians, despite declaring war on us repeatedly, I did not remember that we were at war. Sure. Okay. Yes, I will pay you for a defensive alliance. A defensive alliance doesn't get us any amber, but we could potentially make a military alliance with them and get some amber out of that. Oh, the stag again. Sure, let's hunt the stag. Yeah, we're actually positive now. Okay, 2 more turns until we have a dragon. We're going to lose control of some stuff. Well, I think that's where we're going to have to call it for the moment, unfortunately. Oh, we do get to bring a defensive force with some fairly decent units in it. Real tree men and stuff. Up to defend Paravon. So maybe we can take these guys, actually. Yeah, alright. That's going to be it for us for today. I hope you guys are still enjoying the series. Come back next time. Things are going to get fairly real. I think we might lose some ground temporarily. It's fine. We'll figure it out. And we'll see you then.